Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers, where today we uncover the chaotic unraveling of 6 women whose lives are spiraling toward destruction in Port Charles. From stolen children to courtroom drama, buried secrets, and betrayals in blood, romance, and trust. This is a story of collapse, one woman at a time. The quiet unraveling of Molly Lansing Davis is not a storm of her own making, but a series of devastating betrayals from those closest to her. It all began with hope. Molly and TJ Ashford, her longtime partner, were on the verge of starting their family thanks to the altruistic offer from her half-sister, Kristina Corinthos Davis, who had volunteered to be their surrogate. But in Port Charles, good intentions often dissolve into catastrophe. Kristina abruptly reneged on their agreement, claiming the baby for herself, blurring the lines between familial love and toxic control. This betrayal was only the first strike. Before the emotional scars could begin to heal, tragedy struck. Kristina lost the baby. And in that loss, the fracture between the sisters widened into an irreparable chasm. TJ, unable to weather the emotional wreckage and haunted by dreams of the family that never was, walked away from Molly. Their once solid bond crumbled, leaving Molly adrift. But fate wasn't done. Molly would soon uncover that Kristina, in another impulsive and reckless moment, nearly killed their father, Rick Lansing, in a misguided act of vengeance. What makes the wound even deeper is Kristina's audacity to sit by Molly's side at General Hospital as Rick clung to life in the operating room, feigning empathy while hiding her guilt. When the truth comes to light, Molly's fury will be volcanic, especially when she realizes Alexis Davis, their mother, has once again enabled Kristina's chaos in the name of maternal protection. To make matters worse, Rick's survival comes at a price. He uses the incident to blackmail Alexis, tainting any remaining shred of integrity in their already fractured family. In a world turned upside down, Molly finds herself betrayed by every pillar she once leaned on. Her sister, her parents, her partner, all have failed her. And now, she must redefine herself alone amid the ashes of trust and kinship. Elsewhere in Port Charles, Dr. Portia Robinson stands on the edge of professional and personal ruin. What began as a seemingly minor ethical slip, tampering with a test result involving the volatile Heather Weber, has snowballed into a treacherous chain of blackmail and deceit. Brad Cooper, ever the opportunist, discovered her transgression and held it over her head. Although Portia confessed to her husband Curtis Ashford, her relief was short-lived. Brad, harboring no loyalty, passed the damning information on to Drew Kane. Now, Drew holds the leash. Not only does he possess knowledge of Portia's lab meddling, but he also knows about her involvement with a ketamine cover-up, knowledge that Portia doesn't even realize he has. With Curtis increasingly suspicious and trust eroding by the day, Portia's lies threaten to strip her of everything: her marriage, her medical license, and possibly her freedom. If the truth detonates in court or hospital boardrooms, she may be left with nothing but regret. And Portia's misdeeds don't exist in a vacuum. They bleed directly into the rapidly collapsing world of Nina Reeves. Once a titan of ambition and self-reinvention, Nina now finds herself entangled in Portia's schemes and spiraling from the consequences. Together, the two orchestrated Drew's downfall, planting ketamine in his system, manipulating circumstances to frame him, and enlisting the help of a prostitute, Jacinta, to further degrade him. But Drew's suspicions have sharpened. With a tip from Ezra Boyle, Drew begins connecting dots that lead straight to both Nina and Portia. The fallout could be cataclysmic. Nina, already estranged from daughter Willow Tate, risks complete exile if her crimes surface. Her false sense of control is evaporating, and if she's arrested, she could lose not only her freedom but any chance of reclaiming a relationship with Willow. Worse still, rumors of a secret affair between Nina and Drew threaten to surface. If they do, Nina's public and private personas will implode under the weight of her duplicity. Meanwhile, Willow Tate herself teeters on the edge. Caught in a maelstrom not entirely of her making, she's poised to lose everything that matters. Her affair with Drew, once a desperate grasp at comfort, now places her in direct opposition to both Carly and Michael. Carly, ever the strategist, plans to use Drew's legal woes as a weapon in a custody battle, aiming to strip Willow of her children. As the scandal surrounding Drew deepens and Nina's treachery comes to light, Willow may be forced to confront that her affair wasn't born of love but manipulation. With Michael Corinthos set to return, potentially wielding the full force of his family's legal power, Willow faces a bleak future. The man she once trusted may now become her fiercest adversary in a fight for custody and dignity. And all the while, she's left wondering if her brief connection with Drew was worth the ruin it brought. Lastly, we return to Lois Cerullo, a woman whose secrets are no longer hers to keep. For years, Lois hid a monumental truth from her daughter Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, that her younger half-brother Gio Palmieri had been living in plain sight. The truth is about to erupt with force. Brooke Lynn, known for her fire, will not take lightly the discovery that her mother lied to her face, robbing her of a sibling's bond. And this isn't just a family revelation, it's a scandal. If Lois's reasons for hiding Gio tie back to organized crime, old debts, or dangerous associations, the consequences won't end with family feuds. Authorities may come knocking, and Lois could be forced to reckon with past decisions that were never as harmless as she believed. In the days to come, the women of Port Charles will be tested beyond anything they've endured before. With betrayal, blackmail, lies, and loss tearing through their lives, each must either rise through the wreckage, or be buried beneath it. General Hospital is no longer a sanctuary, it's the battlefield where truth, love, and legacy are being rewritten, one scandal at a time.